Good evening, everybody. Please put one hand up. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. If your answer is no, you put your hand down. First question, who here assembled a piece of IKEA furniture? Nice. And who here did so using the little drawn illustrations that make up the user manual? Nice, no hands go down. Not one of the single hands I saw go down with this next question. Thank you, you can put your hands down now. But I found this fascinating. Did you ever think about this? Somebody made this little series of drawings, and now everybody around the globe is capable of putting a piece of IKEA furniture together based on these little graphics. I think that's amazing. I love visuals. Did you know that they actually have the ability to enhance cognition and that they allow you to make better decisions? It's a fact that visuals can shape and challenge opinions, and they can trigger ideas, they can spark passion, and they give voice to new perspectives. And in this culture we live in, design is becoming increasingly important. Visuals are becoming more and more important. If you scroll through your newsfeed on your phone, you just select the photo that appeals to you most. If you read the newspaper, if you watch the 8 o'clock news, they will use infographics that will explain you new tax regulations or new policies coming up. And weirdly enough, we still have a world that is ruled by words only, that is dominated by words. And it's a world of oral pleadings, lengthy sentences, and preferably very difficult words. And it looked like the animation behind me just now. And did you know that it would take you 76 working days to read all the privacy policies that you encounter on a yearly basis? It would take you 76 working days. Think about this. Why does our legal system look like that? When it can also look like this. So that is what I've been trying to do for my last 4 years. I try to make the law comprehensible by using visual design. And I can tell you that's a really rough job. Because besides visuals, there's something else lawyers really don't like, and that's change. Let me take you back to the spring of 2015, when it was the first time that I walked into this building for what would become a memorable job interview. Because I had built a career in marketing research and I specialized in attitude and behavior. Never had to deal with a lawyer, with a law firm or a legal system, never. And then I walked into this building and my future employer started to tell me about their M&A practice, about state aid legislation, about rankings. And I really didn't get any of it. It was really, I didn't understand it. And when it was my turn to speak and I told them about the mere exposure effect, about cognitive load theory, about the curse of knowledge, they were absolutely clueless as to what I was trying to tell them. And it made us kind of wonder what would happen if we were to combine these completely different worlds and we would put them together. So I moved from a world of hot desking around the globe into this office with cubicles, with desktops, and fax machines. I think lawyers are the only ones left on the planet that still send out a fax on a weekly basis. So I entered this world where there didn't seem to be a place for imagery at all. It was ruled by words only. My colleagues would argue cases in court worth millions only using words. And it surprised me so much. And when I told them, well, why not visualize our legal strategy? And our lawyers would just look at me in complete disbelief and they would go like, no. And then I would ask them, well, do you see value in imagery? And they would say, yes, yes, of course. A picture speaks 1,000 words. But they just weren't able to take that and apply it to what it was that they do on a daily basis. And often they say, yes, of course, there's much value in visuals, but for me, personal, my field of law deals with such complex issues, it cannot be done. You cannot create a visual that will do the complexity justice. I wondered about this because we have this weird sense or assumption, apparently, that a visual needs to be clear in a glance. I don't necessarily believe that's true. Visuals are capable of enhancing your cognition because they allow for rapid pattern recognition, for one. And they make you make better decisions because it's impossible from huge stacks of documents and only text to find the right solutions. And visuals can provide those answers in ways that text just can't. Let me show you an example. This is an example that we created to reflect complexity. It's specifically designed to illustrate the complexity of the problem, and it resonates to the complexity of the visual design. We had 2 hospitals and a merger coming up. And the Netherlands authorities of consumers and markets, they say, well, why merge these hospitals? Let's just work together. And of course, all we had to support our point of view was stocks of documents. So instead of providing them with all these documents, we provided them with this visual that shows you over 100 interconnected subdisciplines. So how this works, you read the graphic clockwise, inside and out. And the big 9 first bulbs that you see there, they're the main disciplines. For instance, cardiology is the green one. All the other smaller bulbs, they represent a subdiscipline. However, every single line, if you follow it, every single green line ends in a small dot, and every single dot represents a collaboration between specialists. And you have to actually duplicate this because there are about 2 hospitals merging. All these people need to work together on a daily basis in order to improve our quality of care. And putting this in a visual embodies the complexity in a way that text is not able to do. And I believe that if we find a way to design graphics, and we design them not to seduce or to sell, not to advertise, but we design graphics with purpose and intent to create access to our legal system, we can all benefit from that. Because in the end, we have created a legal system that is hard for everybody to understand. And visuals allow us to reflect this complexity. They allow us to tap into the power that imagery has. Your brain is capable of processing an image 60,000 times faster than it can do text. So if we take everything that design has to offer us, and we take it and we place it in a legal context, we are able to create visuals that help us make sense of our legal system. And we can create a legal system that actually makes sense. All we need is designers with guts. The guts to struggle through all those endless contracts, to actually read all those privacy notices, to understand the language of the law, and to then take all that knowledge and translate it and create graphics with purpose and intent made to convey meaning and create shared understanding. Because if we tap into all design has to offer us, we can transform even the most traditional of industries. Thank you.